again. One of you guys, I think it was Issa, asked me if I would be live again the next day. You know, yesterday when I did my live stream, he said, at the very end, will you be live again tomorrow? But I'd already ended the stream before I was able to reply. I just saw it just at the last minute when I pressed end. So I wasn't able to respond. So yes, I would have responded, yes, I am going live today. Especially after the day I've had. I want to tell you guys a story. Oh, thanks for the like. Oh, 2 likes. It says I've only got 0 views. Oh, now 1 views. But I've obviously got more because I've got 3 likes. So, 2 views now. 3 views. Cool. I guess the connection's not very good. Okay, so I want to tell you about today. I already discussed yesterday. I'll probably discuss it a bit more today because I had more to say about yesterday. After I ended the live stream, I thought, oh god, I should have said this and that and the other. So first of all, as for yesterday, I forgot to touch on the fact that those kids were underage and they had booze. Here. And I was wondering if maybe possibly one of them, probably the Pakistani lad, because he looked a lot older than 15. So I think that one of them, possibly him, was of age to get booze. So obviously one of them has bought booze for the rest of them, and they were going to go on the canal to get boozed up. So I could have also like had a go at them for that, you know, seeing as how they were having a go at me. But yeah, did I mention about the fact that they kept trying to blame me and say the only problem that they had with me was that I was filming them? And when I said, that's not true, you were having a go at me before I started recording, which is why I started recording in the first place. They kept saying, we did nothing, you know, you just started recording us and that's why we have the problem with you. That's what that lad said. And when I said, before I started recording, as I was going past you, you were going, oh, Wolfie, and, you know, making all these funny noises at me and started howling and heckling and mocking me. And he went, you're lying, you're a liar, you're a liar. And he kept saying that over and over again. And I said, no, you're the liar. Because I wasn't recording, I didn't get proof of evidence of that. So this is why I record. When any incidents happen like that, I record. Not because I'm a paedophile or weirdo like they kept going on about me being. I only record when I suspect trouble is afoot or some kind of incident is going to happen, negative or positive. Because if it's a good experience, I want to remember that forever with a video, and if it's a bad experience, I want proof of evidence for the police and also for my protection as well. Like, I would prefer to be recording 24/7. Whenever I go out, I would like to actually be recording 24/7, like have some kind of camera on me that people didn't know I was recording, again for my protection, because whenever I go out, incidents happen and then, you know, there's no proof of evidence or anything, and then I get pissed because, you know, I can't always explain every little detail that's happened, whereas in a video it would have every little detail plus their faces and what they looked like, who it was, how they reacted, whatever. So I would actually preferably like to be recording permanently, but I can't do that because any spy cameras I've had in the past have not lasted very long or not worked properly if they have lasted a bit. I had about 3 cameras and they all conked out at the same time, so I've got nothing now. So generally when I go out, I usually like to live stream, but now apparently when I go out, it doesn't work in certain places like Morrison's. It doesn't work anymore when I live stream. It doesn't work on their Wi-Fi and it doesn't work on my data, but it does work on my data when I go out anywhere else. So I think in future, whenever I go out, I'm going to live stream, but I can only do that if I've got data, and I've used up 80% of my data now, so I won't be able to do that. I'm going to try to live stream on Saturday if I go out on Saturday. I'm really hoping to be able to go out on Saturday because, yeah, usually I get my mum's cigs to last me for the weekend, and then I used to go on a Monday, but hopefully they will last until like Wednesday, because I want to go out on preferably Wednesday and Saturday. I want to start going out on, because that Wednesday is the day I used to go to Martin's Bakery, and I want to start doing that again in park and stuff. And Saturday, I don't know, it's just been better, and you know, I always get served by Waz himself instead of Ali. But I'm not going to that Nisa again anyway. I'm not, because I've had trouble as soon as I came out. Obviously, that's where all the kids came out of. I mean, well, that's where they go probably to do some shopping. They go into the Nisa thing. So I'll probably avoid that Nisa in future. Unless I desperately have to go there for something like Wazzy's shut or whatever. But I'll probably avoid the Nisa in future if that's where they go. That's the first time I've seen that particular group of kids. There was about 4. I kept saying there was 5, but after watching the live stream back, it was 4, I think. For some reason, I got the impression there was another one, another girl. But there was 2 girls and 2 boys. Right. Okay. So, TFB CEO. You obviously have not seen my other live streams and videos, but in every single live stream video that I do, I keep telling everybody that if they want to see belly videos, they have to become a Patreon, or they have to request a belly video privately and pay me for it via PayPal. So they're your 2 choices. You can either go to Patreon, where all of my belly videos and pictures are, or you can have one done requested. And I will put all the links in the description below. And soon I'm going to, probably after I've done this live stream, I'm going to do a special video about a couple of topics I want to discuss. One is about the fact that I'm trying to start up an animation company. And another video is going to be about another thing, which I'm not going to tell you about just yet, but it'll be a surprise. But, so yeah, so I kind of analysed what happened yesterday after watching the video. Because to be honest with you, I told you guys yesterday. Nice one, Mr. CEO. Are you fat yourself? I hope so, I like fat men. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I told you guys yesterday on that live stream that I thought that I overreacted and I was actually quite nasty, and that's why they kept calling me a psychopath. But after watching the video back, which I was really nervous about doing because I thought, oh my god, I'm going to embarrass myself or whatever, I watched the video to make sure it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, and indeed, I was actually quite docile and calm. The only time I really yelled was when that boy just would not let me speak, and he kept over-talking me, and in fact, he was the one who acted like the psychopath. And he's the one who, you know, shouted and screamed like a lunatic, considering he's the one who called me a psychopath and a lunatic and saying I'm the one who needed to be locked up. You didn't hear that, by the way, in the video or live stream. You didn't hear it when he kept calling me a psychopath. All you heard was me saying, no, you're the psychopath. No, you are the one who needs to be locked up. But actually, yeah, if you didn't hear what he said, because he was yelling and screaming, but there was traffic and everything, and he was on the other side of the road at that point. He kept saying, you're psycho, you're psycho, you're a psychopath. He kept saying that over and over again, and I kept saying, no, you're the psycho. And I kept repeating it over and over again as he kept repeating himself over and over again. And I just kept putting it back to them. And then he said, you need to be locked up. And I said, no, you. Like, you know, when you say, no, you hung up. No, you hang up. No, you. It's kind of like that. It ended up being like that because I didn't know what else to say. And I was just like, just repeating what they said at that point because I was just getting so tired and so puffed out of puff and everything. So I ended up like just repeating what they said and just said, no, you. But they actually were the ones, or at least that boy was with the curly hair who spat on me. He is the one who acted like a psychopath. So don't forget to watch that video. I have re-recorded it and I have... Sorry, I've got a headache, so you just have to bear with me. I have re-recorded it and I've edited it so you guys can just see the incident without any interruptions. I did cut out a lot of irrelevant stuff like silences and, you know, parts where I reacted badly. I didn't react too badly, but I did call them names at one point. Like I said, piece of shit, and I called them, because this girl, she called me a bitch. So I said, you bitch back. I just cut that bit out because that doesn't sound too good, and I really want to show this video to the police. And I know that I'm the one who's going to get blamed for having, you know, I'm going to be like as bad as them or whatever. And I don't really want, I want them to see the actual point, the actual, because I do from Canada, will that work? Yeah, via PayPal and also via Patreon, it should work. I'll put links in the description. It's just basically Royal Rose Wolf. Both of them are Royal Rose Wolf. Both Patreon and PayPal. But I will put the links in the description below. When I finish, well, probably later on, maybe probably tonight, I'll edit the description on the computer like I always do. After, when I figure out what it's about and stuff. So yeah, it takes me forever to put the links. So I don't bother doing it when I'm about to live stream. So I just want to get out what I want to say. So I just set up the live stream and then edit the title and description afterwards. Okay. You get the video on Patreon because I don't know how to send videos. There's like no options. In this day and age, there's no options of how to share videos. I've tried and it never seems to work, so. Anyway, so as I was saying, yeah. So I know a lot of people, when I used to react to the kids, if they were goading me, and if I reacted just as badly as they did or called them names, people used to have a go at me and say, you know, I'm just as bad as them, or I was egging them on, or I was encouraging them, or I was exacerbating it, or whatever. No. So that's why I really hate when I do react as bad as them, because I know people are just gonna, all they're going to see is me reacting badly to them, and they're gonna say, well, you don't help matters, or it's your fault, you know, I'm just gonna get blamed for it, even though they started it. Even though they start it, I'm always the one who, like, gets in trouble. Because of how I react to them, even though I pretty much react just naturally to them. Like, I don't always react. Most of the time I do try and just ignore them and just keep walking. Or if I'm in my home and they start at me in the garden or whatever, I just come in or I just ignore them. And I try not to react, but I always think every now and again, well, if I don't react to them, they're just going to think that I'm a big old pushover. So I want them to know that they can't treat me like that without, you know, they can't poke the bear without getting the fangs sometimes, you know. I like to let them know that, you know, they're gonna, you know, they can go too far. And you know what I thought of to say afterwards? I thought, oh, you know, I should have said, well, if I'm such a psychopath, then why are you testing me? Why are you mocking me and heckling me? You know, if I really am a psychopath like you think I am, which I didn't, I acted like, I was so calm, I was like virtually half asleep. There's no way I could have been a psychopath. He was the one acting like a psychopath. But if I really am a psychopath like they say, why the hell are they testing me then? Why the hell are they mocking me and heckling me then? Because a psychopath would, well, it'd be dead meat. A psychopath would probably do something really bad to them, so... You know, why are they, what's the word I'm looking for? Why are they sort of testing it? Why are they poking the bear? Why are they chancing it then? Treating me badly? If I'm so scary and psychopathic and loony and whatever. Comfort food, yeah, it will. Sorry, I'll let you get back to talking. Okay, well, if you're still there, I don't have Snapchat. Wasting energy. I know it's a waste of energy. But talk it over, whether it be with myself or somebody else, I have to talk it through and think about it, and I don't know, I have to process it. I can't move forward until I do that. Once I've done all this and got it off my chest and had a rant about it, you know, I feel better and I can move on then, and, you know, just, you know, pretend it never happened. Thank you. That was very nice of you to say. I thought so too. I never thought that, you know, it'd be entertaining, just someone rambling on and talking about anything and nothing. But I quite enjoy it. It's actually quite the therapy for me doing this. Having a place where I can just talk about my problems and talk about anything at all. And I do hope people enjoy my videos. Even if they're not about anything specific or anything fantastic or anything like, you know, super, super entertaining or whatever. I do have a lot to say, and I like to have somewhere I can say it other than just talking to my mum about it. Or just like one person, like a friend. I like to be able to tell the world about some certain things. So. Oh, okay. So, not the talking videos then, okay. Well, it's nice to know that some people do actually like my talking videos. That's still quite encouraging. Probably even if it wasn't, I'd probably do it anyway because I do actually like it. It's like, I don't give a shit if people don't like it or aren't interested. I do like to have a place to talk about stuff, so... And I always thought that, like, in this day and age, you have more platforms to sort of talk about stuff, you know. So if I was to be, oppressed or whatever, it would just be like, well, you know, I still feel like nothing has really changed or progressed. Because I'm not going to lie, another thing that I thought about yesterday is that in this day and age of supposed acceptance and anything goes and all weird people are now accepted more, I have noticed things don't seem to be any different for me. I still feel as if I'm back in the olden days where anything different was frowned upon and shunned and, you know, you were made to look like the village idiot and stuff. Or, you know, people coming at me with fucking torches and what have you. Pitchforks and whatnot have you if you were different in any way. And I still feel like round here it's the same. I mean, these kids that harass me, I bet you any money that they think that they are progressive, that they're, or, you know, they're liberals and they're all this sort of stuff because, you know, they're millennials. So, of course, they all think that they're all accepting. And a lot of people do back these kids up and they do sort of say that kids now are more accepting than they used to be and more tolerant. No, they're not. If anybody's more tolerant, it's older people. I have noticed in all of my years that older people, as in just adults in general, like usually 30s plus, are actually more tolerant, they're more kind, they're more accepting, they're more sweet. Like, I go out wearing my ears, older people are the ones guaranteed to love them, but the young people just snicker and, you know, stare and think it's weird and maybe call me names like these punks around here, like you guys said. So, as far as I'm concerned, the young people are just the same. The young people of today act exactly the same as everybody did in the Dark Ages, where if you were any different from anybody else, even the slightest bit, you were shunned and ostracized and stuff. And I still feel like that today. I feel like today I don't feel like I can be my true self in public if I go out. I'm still quite reserved, actually. You know, like, even though I wear my ears and I wear my sort of weird gothic-y outfits, I'm actually quite reserved still because people are still, even in this day and age, are obviously not ready for the real me. Which is, I mean, I think it should be acceptable for me to go out in whatever I want to wear. That, you know, I've seen people online, you know, do all this weird and wonderful makeup. And, you know, like, people go out in, like, Lolita outfits and stuff like that. And I'd love to be able to do that. I've got at least one Lolita combo thing. One of them is actually a proper Lolita skirt, and the other one is just, but the top is just a normal top that I bought from Asda that You know, it just goes with the skirt. It looks kind of Victorian looking. Victorian-esque. So, I mean, I would actually love to go out like that, but round here you daren't. You get stared at, you just stick out like a sore thumb. And sometimes, as much as I am very different, I do actually like to blend in sometimes. Especially round, like, the actual immediate area around here. Like, if I go to Morrison's, or like to town centres and stuff, I feel a bit more confident to go out in more unusual clothes, like my ears or my Lolita skirt. I did wear my Lolita skirt one time, but with like a hoodie or something, I wore that with. I thought it would be cool. I wore that to Ashton, and I also wore that to Morrison's one time. I still got lots of stares, but I felt a bit more comfortable going there. Oh, low battery already, wow. But round here, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing anything, even my ears. I go to Morrison's wearing my ears, but actually round on the streets of my neighbourhood, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing my ears or my ultra gothic outfits, my ultra like unusual outfits. I wouldn't be caught dead round here wearing them because I know I'm just going to stick out like a sore thumb and I'm draw attention to myself and get picked on and mocked and stuff like by the gangs of kids. And as much as people say, you know, I should just do whatever I want anyway and just fuck them, it's quite intimidating where when you're out on your own and you get people staring at you and you get you know, groups of people like the kids usually making a fool out of you and stuff. It's not comfortable. I wouldn't say it's scary, but it's just uncomfortable and just not very nice. Probably if I had mates I could go out with who were also dressed weird and I was just one of them, I probably would come out of my shell more. I probably would walk around here dressed more weird, more unusual and stuff, more unusual clothes and stuff if I had mates who dressed the same. Like if I had a group of my own, of gothic mates or of furry or Therian friends that I could go around with, I probably would go out wearing my more unusual clothes even round here. And I wouldn't mind being seen because then I'd have backup, and if anybody picked on me, they'd probably pick on the others as well. We could just like fight back because there'd be more of us. Like, you know, it is hard when it's just you on your own versus a whole group of people. You know, it's not very nice. And yeah, I think that to survive in life, you really need to go around in a group. Like, I read this book once, and it was a guy who was studying wolves by actually living with them. And he said he came to the diagnosis that humans were not pack animals and that we could survive on our own as individuals. I thought that is not true at all. That is a load of garbage. Ever since the caveman days, humans, Homo sapiens, and Neanderthals have always gone around in groups, in tribes, for survival. They go around in tribes to hunt, for companionship, for helping each other. Like, ever since the dawn of time, humans have coexisted with a group, whether it be a village, a tribe, and then throughout the ages they've formed gangs, as in not like crime gangs, but just gangs like as in gangs of friends that they go around with, like in more modern societies. And usually this happens when they start going to school and they need a support system, because going to school is like already scary on your own, so a lot of people will seek out others to sort of make the journey of going through school a bit easier and less intimidating. So people do form groups for survival. I don't care what people say, that we are far removed from animals and not pack animals and all that sort of thing. We are exactly like animals, 100%. We just have different ways because we are just a different species of animal. So we just have different ways than them. and are more highly evolved in some ways, but not always. Like we can communicate and build stuff and have science and maths and all that stuff that animals don't have. Lucky them. I actually think they are the smart ones because they don't have to put up with all this shit. You know. So their lives are like way easier. So I would say that they actually technically more highly evolved animals because they have made us think that they are not as intelligent as us, so they don't have to deal with all the shit that humans have to put up with. Like mortgages and bills and jobs and school and having to learn math. They don't have to do that, so, you know, they are the smart ones. So, yeah. And who could survive better in the wild? Humans or animals? Animals, of course, because they are more equipped for it. So I definitely say that in many ways animals are more superior to humans. But we are no different than animals. Those kids out there, I said to them several times, I said, you act more like wolves than I do. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I said it twice to them. Because they kept calling me Wolfie, and I kept saying to them, look, stop calling me Wolfie. You act more like wolves than I do. You go around in packs. You harass people. In the wild, in a wolf pack will deliberately act like they are missing a pack member so that a lone wolf will come into their territory looking for a pack, and when that animal comes into the territory, they will jump that lone wolf and tear it to shreds. For fun as well. They don't do it for any particular reason, apparently. They just do it for sport. They do it for fun. And that is exactly what those kids out there do. They go around looking for trouble. And they look for people that they can pick on. Like, they might not physically hurt them or do anything, but they do it verbally. They heckle, like I say, they mock. Or they might attack somebody's property. You know, they look like exactly like wolves. Didn't faze them, of course. But hey. A lot of animals have thumbs on their back feet, actually. That's kind of weird. Oh, come on, stop it. Oh, on a date with someone who likes how you are. I love girls wearing crop tops. Okay. That's nice. I like crop tops too, and considering I am a person who likes to... considering I'm a person who likes to dress up, I actually don't have that many costumes. I've just come to realise that, really. I actually realised it when my friend, Richard, we attend this sort of virtual club night every Saturday called Apocalypse Club. And they always have a theme, a costume theme. And every sort of costume theme so far that has come up, thought, I don't have any accessories for that costume. I don't have any costumes for that particular theme. Like Richard suggested, a steampunk theme night. I don't have any steampunk stuff at all. And he said, well, you have Victorian stuff, don't you? I said, no, not really. I don't have anything like that because it's all expensive. Steampunk gear is very expensive. Lolita gear is very expensive. Victorian clothes are very expensive. Like, even one item can be in the hundreds, and I just don't have the money to be able to afford stuff like that. And then this week, it's pirate-themed week. I don't have any pirate accessories whatsoever, which is weird because I did go through a pirate phase where I like to pretend I was a pirate when I was a kid, you know. I did go through a pirate phase, but for some reason I never actually got any pirate costumes or accessories apart from an eye patch. That's all I got was an eye patch, but I got two of them because Granddad bought me two. I asked him, I said, I want an eye patch, and he bought me one. And then he bought me another one. And I've lost both of them. So they're in that cupboard somewhere. I guess I just need to root around. I've seen it somewhere, sort of recent. So I'll probably try and dig that up. No, it's Saturday night. I have been looking on Amazon for like at least a pirate hat. And I found one, but it was actually quite expensive, so... They can't grip a hammer to use tools, except the ability to come out of the cold or build things. Well, the rats are smart, they just come into the buildings that we make. Need a bandana for a pirate and a tricorner hat. Yes, that's what I found. I found the most beautiful one. It was red with like a detail on it. It was beautiful, but it was so expensive. I thought I really want that for this pirate night, but I'm not sure whether to buy it or not. It's probably too late now. It probably won't come in time. But that's all I'd need, because whenever I go on this virtual thing, I only show like my face anyway. I don't really... A lot of them will show their bodies, like what they're wearing and everything, but I don't really do that because the room's dark and everything, so I just pretty much just sit in front of the laptop and I just show this much. So I just need the hat and the patch. Good to go. The last theme was clown theme, and I really was excited to do that because I did have some accessories for clown stuff, because all I'd have to do is clown makeup, and I've got a multicoloured wig. And a lot of those people that dressed up as clowns, they just wore wigs, you know, of any description. Green wigs, black wigs. Didn't really matter. Just some kind of colourful wig. So I thought, well, I've got a multicoloured wig. I thought, oh yeah, that would be great, you know. And I could put on my like ruffled top that I've got going on. You know, just like to show the ruffle bit here and everything. I thought I've got everything I need to do the clown thing, but unfortunately my face was so bad that I was not able to do the clown makeup, unfortunately. I was really excited to do it. I thought I can do a clown look. I've got all the makeup I need. I've got the white face paint. I've got blue eyeshadow. I could just do blue eyeshadow, big, you know, eyes, and I could do like the things that go through the eyes with eyeliner, and I could paint my lips red and paint my nose red because I don't have a red nose, but I could just paint it red and do like rosy cheeks and stuff. Thought I'd be dead cool. But my eczema had to act up, so I didn't end up doing it. And last week was emo night, I think. Emo scene, kind of goth look. And I didn't even know because it wasn't advertised, so I didn't even know. So I kind of missed that. I did like tune in at like 1 o'clock in the morning to have a little look. I thought, oh shit. I thought it's too late now because I'm going to bed. So yeah, so I'm not getting all dressed up and put makeup on when I'm like it's nearly time to go to bed. So if I'd known about it sooner, I probably would have made more effort during the day. You know, and then I could have just looked, you know, on the Zoom thing for... I only spend about an hour there anyway, an hour, because I have other things I want to do. So, or I get uncomfortable or whatever after a while, or cold, so I want to get changed and I want to take my makeup off and everything. Okay, let's read some shit. You are more pirate than clown. Yeah. Oh, that's great. I have the pirate attitude. That's cool. I definitely want to do some pirating to some people. I should have a bandana somewhere. I should have a patch. Oh. You could also do as a mod pirate like this. I don't really see that, so I don't really know. I do have a ruffled shirt somewhere, like, you know, pirates usually wear. But no one's gonna really see that on the Zoom thing when they just see my face. It is too bad. I would like to... I found some pirate costumes as well. I thought, oh, they're really nice. like I said, I think I'm going to ask for more costumes for Christmases and birthdays from now on. Last Christmas, my mum just bought me like 3 underskirts and that was it. Yeah, she got me a blue one, which is the blue equivalent of the pink one that I've got. So like basically the same one, but a different colour. And it's like, what's the point of that? It's going to go under my skirt, so it doesn't really matter what colour underskirt I'm wearing, to be honest with you. So I didn't really find that very useful. No offense. She got me like one of those hoop underskirts, which was really cool, but it's a short version. A short hooped underskirt, which is really good because I can wear that under my mini skirts and I can wear that under my Lolita skirt, which is shorter. Ugh. And oh gee, I was waiting for that all day. It's been stuck in my throat / nose all day. Oh, I'm glad to get that out. It's catarrh, or phlegm as some people call it, and I'm glad to get rid of it. Last. Yeah. I don't really know what I'd wear. Any really long, like, dresses that would go under. Plus, nobody would see the rainbow thing, so I thought that was a bit pointless. I don't want to seem ungrateful, but I'm just saying that's sort of the only kinds of dressing up stuff that she bought me for Christmas. So yeah, I think I'm gonna ask my mum for more costume stuff. I wouldn't ask my dad because he wouldn't really approve of anything weird. As an adult, he'd think it was like weird that I'd be dressing up, so I would never like ask him for any dress up stuff, so it'll just be my mum. She asked me to write a list of things I want, but I've not done it until now, so I feel like there's not going to be enough time. Yeah, more dressing up stuff. I kind of like, I guess I'm not really bothered about buying like a lot of costumes because I don't really have anywhere to wear the costumes, and I kind of feel silly like wearing costumes around the house when nobody's gonna see them, and I feel like it's pointless. And it's like, so I guess that's why I'm not really bothered. But I suppose I could wear them for you guys on my YouTube videos and stuff at least. I'm just like really creative and stuff, so I really like to do like awesome, extravagant makeup, and I really like to dress up in awesome, extravagant clothes, but it's like there's no way you can really wear those types of things. Like, it's never, even out of coronavirus, there's never any parties, there's never any costume parties nearby. They're all in London or whatever. They're always like dead far away. Yeah. If I could have like people that I could just go around, I could just wear costumes with and just go around with other people wearing costumes, it wouldn't be so bad. So yeah, the only place I can wear costumes is just like for YouTube. But I do like dressing up. I would do more Uh-oh. It's reconnecting. I'm gonna beat this thing up.